In this video, we'll show you how Mendix Field Service Management allows service desk employees to schedule work orders for your high-value assets, whether they are on-site, externally, or at a customer site. Let me introduce you to Sarah, a service desk employee at a large production plant. Sarah is responsible for work order preparation and planning. After starting her workday, she receives a call stating that a crucial machine has broken down and it needs to be fixed right away. Sarah creates a new ticket and selects the asset that has broken down, the production machine Bravo. Sarah immediately checks if there is any relevant information, such as pending tickets or a preferred technician. For this asset, John is the preferred technician with extensive knowledge about this machine. Because John is not available, Sarah decides to manually select a technician. She sets the date and time for the work order, putting Tina directly to work. On the ticket detail page, you'll find the core information related to the ticket, details such as the reporter, the asset, a brief description of the malfunction, and priority level. On the Work Order tab, you can see all work orders related to the ticket. The File tab shows specific forms available to the technician, which are required to execute the work order.
The template comes with default scheduling functionality, using a data grid showing planned appointments chronologically. The user can schedule unplanned work orders using the menu on the right. There's also the option of a third-party scheduler widget, which we will demonstrate later in this video.
In the afternoon, Sarah receives a notification in her dashboard from Jack. It says that he couldn't fix the malfunction of the work order. Jack didn't have the right parts with him and states that he doesn't have the right skill set either to properly fix the asset. Sarah adds a new work order to the ticket and adds the parts the new technician will need from the Tools and Parts tab. Sarah checks if the parts are in stock, and based on that she can schedule the new work order to John, a technician with the right skill set. Besides the scheduling functionality the template offers, a Mendix developer could also choose to implement a scheduler widget, enabling more visually oriented scheduling. We'll show you an example of this in another video. In this video, we'll show you how Mendix Field Service Management allows service desk employees to schedule work orders for your high-value assets using a scheduler widget. The scheduler used in this example is not a part of the default FSM template. However, scheduler widgets such as these can be implemented by the maker with some effort and knowledge of the Mendix platform. We've made it as plug-and-play as possible by adding compatible code to the template. For our example, let's go back to our service desk employee, Sarah. When navigating to the planner, you see that the work order for an urgent ticket is scheduled for Tina tomorrow. Tina has a different work order scheduled at this time today, but since the work order for the production machine Bravo is a higher priority, service desk employee Sarah can easily reschedule her original work order. In this example, the start and end times for the work orders are rounded to provide a clear schedule for Tina. Looking at the right side of the screen, there's a list of the work orders that still need to be planned. An integration with SAP or any other system in which all plannable work orders are being registered ensures that in real time or at a regular interval, this list is being updated with new plannable tickets. Now that Sarah has finished scheduling the urgent work order, she starts looking at the list. When selecting a work order, she can allocate a technician and set the duration of the repair. In this case, she selects Jack, and based on the history of this machine, plans 118 minutes to fix this machine. The calendar can also be set to multiple views. It contains a 1 or 2 day view, as well as weekly and monthly views. There's also a filter that can be used to sort by technician group.
Meet Tina. Tina's a field service technician at a large production plant. She's just finished lunch and opens the app on her mobile device. She can choose to select an overview per day, week, or month. For now, she wants to see the remaining planned work orders for today. There's one more planned work order which must be executed at a specific time, in this case at 1 PM. She opens the work order for production machine Delta and checks some details, such as the description of the work, the scheduled time, the details of the asset she'll be working on, and the reporter. At this point, Tina makes her way to the client. After arriving at the asset at Chevron Drive, Tina can confirm if it is indeed the specified asset that needs maintenance. In case this isn't correct, the app offers the option to select the right asset. She can also check if there are any parts suggested for this work order. Also, whether there are any important notes or forms to read and fill in before starting the maintenance. Tina can also consult several files such as drawings, pictures, and other documents. When everything is checked, she can start the work order. While executing the work order, Tina adds the actual parts she needs to successfully fix production machine Delta. She indicates the specific warehouse she got them from. In the attached maintenance form, she answers all questions related to the current situation. When Tina has finished her work on the production machine, she indicates whether the machine is ready for production again or that more maintenance is needed. When selecting one of the options for completing the work order, Tina sees a summary of her work. The app automatically calculates how much time she spent on fixing the asset. If needed, she can adjust the hours manually. A signature widget can be added to the template for verification purposes, like we've done in this example. Going back to her home screen, Tina sees the status of this work order has been changed to done. It's currently 10:30 AM and Tina has time to pick up an unplanned work order. At the bottom of the screen, there's a menu item called Unplanned. It contains a list of unplanned work orders based on Tina's skill set and the technician group she belongs to. These work orders must be completed, but there's no specific time or date set for them to be executed. Since Tina is already at this address, she checks for unplanned work orders for this location. Just like with the planned work orders, she can find all the necessary information to successfully execute the work order. Just a few minutes after Tina started the unplanned work order, she receives a notification on her mobile device with an urgent work order. This urgent work order needs to be picked up immediately, so Tina opens the work order to judge whether she can pick it up or not. In this case, the urgent work order happens to be for production machine Delta, so she decides to accept the work order. Tina indicates that she didn't complete the unplanned work order that she just started. The service desk will receive a notification and can reschedule or put it back on the list of unplanned work orders.
In this video, we will show you how Mendix can be used to build custom notification logic onto the Field Service Management template. The FSM template already has alert functionality for rejected work orders, unresolved appointments, and failed SLA agreements. For our example, let's say that a company wants their service desk employees to receive a notification for work orders when the due date has expired. Let's start off by adding an extra tab to the page and giving it a proper name. Then we'll add a data grid for displaying the expired work orders later. We don't just want to show any work order here, but just the ones where our technicians weren't able to finish before the due date. As you can see, Mendix makes it easy for us by offering the opportunity to automatically generate the columns of the data grid. All we need to do afterwards is remove the columns and search filters we deem unnecessary. Lastly, we just need to reset the column width for better user experience and we're good to go. Let's run the project and see our changes. As you can see, there's already some expired work orders in our database. In order to align with the existing logic in the FSM logic, we need to add an extra permission to the data model, which we will use later to check whether the signed-in user is allowed to view expired work orders. Next, we've got to make sure our new work page tab is only visible to users who have the new permission assigned to them. Remember how we mentioned at the beginning that our service desk employees should receive the alert notifications? Let's update their security with the permission we've just created. In Mendix, logic is handled by microflows. Developers have many tools at their disposal to create custom functionality for their specific use case. Our microflow presents this logic in a visual way, making it relatively easy to read compared to traditional coding. This also makes it easier for developers working together, providing less overhead and easier peer reviewing. Now that we're done, let's see our alert notification in action. As you can see, there's a new notification on the left-hand side of our screen. When we click on the bell icon, we are redirected to the notification page that we customized at the start of this video. At the newly added tab page, we see all work orders listed where the due date has expired, which was the goal of this demo case.